their team to victory. It's the Browns going up against the Cowboys.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Second down, Kaiser. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run with Crowell. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go.
On the run, it's Crowell. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. Crowell, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way.
He's got his target. It's Coleman for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman there to make the grab. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They go to Elliott again. And some room to work. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. This is Elliott. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 55 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The Browns are in. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And before this series gets rolling, you know, a story, very feel-good story. Cowboys' 3rd preseason game. Nice to see Jalen Smith out there, wasn't it?
I almost get emotional talking about this because when Jalen Smith was in college at Notre Dame before that draft season, I had him ranked as the top player in college football. And when I saw him get hurt in the bowl game and then to hear the extent of the injury where people said he may never play football again, for him to battle his way back and be out there in an NFL game and then to see him perform and see him like Jalen Smith of old, that's pretty darn impressive. My hat's off to that young man.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Kaiser on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Kaiser now on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Kaiser now. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
And the catch made by Kenny Brent. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll throw here. Kaiser. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third down now following the completed pass.
Let's go.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Let's go. Brand 38.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Kaiser now to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Ricardo Lewis, 39 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And this return is going to be halted right around the 20.